Was good chat. Thank you, Chris here with 100. After 100 days, we're gonna do a quick recap, a quick um talk about my progress. In 100 days of in 100 videos, we really went through a lot. Um, at first, you can go to day one, you can go to the first few days. We were good, we were smooth, we were like rolling. And then I believe it was like day 20 or day 30, somewhere around there. It was almost as if we forgot how to trade. It was almost as if we had to just, it just, we got wiped. But I remember watching PB Blake, his 4 hour course, and that's what kind of got me back on track. That's what kind of led me to start winning. I believe I started these videos back in October, to be honest with you. Um, but it's, we started winning, forgot how to do everything, had to reverse our steps, got back to winning, um was on a roll, got pretty close to passing an account several times between March and May. Then in May is when it finally happened. We passed our first eval after damn near a year of trading futures. um then I didn't think that we'd be able to, but our first eval passed. We got a payout. So all within a month, we made a quarter of what, no, a little bit less than half of what I've invested into trading, which is pretty cool. Finally gave me a taste of success, a taste of possibilities, a taste of, it finally made me realize the endless nights of back testing, of journaling, the nights where, in all honesty, the nights where I would cry because I couldn't figure stuff out. Like there, I finally got a taste of all of that being worth it. And then the unfortunate happened. I made a big step in my life, got a promotion at my job, and because of that promotion, we had to cut trading. We had to cut trading off. While I was in the process of cutting trading off, we had the worst price action I've ever seen. The first 2 weeks of July, that was one of the worst price actions I've ever seen, and evidently, those those days where the price action was the worst those days are the reason I lost my funded that was $400 away from getting another payout. Because I was being so precautious of not trading bad PA, because I didn't need to risk it anymore. That eventually, because of not trading, my account was wiped, and I lost the account. So even though I remember trading, Asia's to lose $100 or win $100, whatever, right? But we lost the account. Then after that, we spiraled. We finally stopped trading. Then after, I realized I needed to trade, because it was just part of me now, and I felt so lost without it. We got back into trading, realized I couldn't trade AM, so we tried Asia. Trading Asia was probably one of the worst decisions for my mental health that I could have made. Um, we kept thinking that our strategies would work, and they do work. I mean, there's people who trade those exact things, and I have taken wins off of those those strategies. during AM, but during Asia these do not work. Asia is so inconsistent that I just couldn't find an edge over Asia. But um, we had probably one of the worst 2 months trading Asia. In all honesty, I had to cut a couple people off because not that I wanted to, but just felt alone. I didn't feel like I was needed almost. Felt like the people who were there weren't there for me, during the worst moment, during the worst couple of months of my life, trading wise. So I cut them off. Um, I cut them off to focus on myself. Um, and I cut them off and continue to trade because I haven't gone this far just to fucking quit. You know what I mean? Like this is going to feed what I actually want to do, and other ways of making money online and stuff like that. But um, I didn't quit. I trade Asia. I mean AM again. I try not to be a piece of shit and be on my phone all the time, but I do what's necessary. Um, and I finally feel like I'm back. Even though even though these past few days I've been taking my L's, I've been taking my break evens, I blew an account. I still I feel back. I feel confident. You know what I mean? Um, Moving forward, what do I expect out of myself? Hopefully keep trading. Um, I might take the necessary precautions to trade, whether that's sacrificing the promotion that I made. Sucks, but if y'all knew my situation, y'all would understand. You'd get me, and you'd somewhat realize why this is a smart decision. But we're we might take a different job to trade. But with 100 videos, we've come very far. Hopefully this keeps up. If you're a stranger and you're watching this, thank you, for joining me on my journey. This will prove that I'm, didn't fake it, worked hard on this. Um, but yeah, 100 days on YouTube, and who would have thought? In all honesty, but what more can I say? Where do I want to see myself from here? In all honesty, I just let the man above take the wheel, and he's gonna take me where he wants to take me. Um, I don't want to put a time on it. I've done that so much in the past that it never works out in my favor. So I don't want to put a time on it anymore. I don't want to put in expectations. I'm gonna keep working hard. Let the man above take the wheel, and if he decides what is needed at the time, he's gonna give me what I need. Um, but that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys watching this 100-day recap. If you got to the end, in all honesty, put a rocket emoji in the comments if there's anyone watching this. But I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.